Hello friends, this video on respiration in organisms part 11 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So now that we have learned about the human respiratory system, so now we know what are the different organs that are present inside our body which helps us to undergo this entire process of respiration, starting from taking in air, giving out carbon dioxide, and then where does that air which we breathe in that goes, and how exchange of gases take place. So all that is clear now. So now what we need to understand is how do we breathe. So we saw that we breathe in and out through our nostrils. But what are the changes that actually take place inside our body? That is what we will see here. That when we breathe in the extra air, where and how is that extra space created? And we will see that here air pressure plays a very important role. So breathing, as I mentioned before also, that it is a physical process. Now when I say physical process, it is just a process where we mechanically breathe in and breathe out, and there are some other mechanical changes which take place inside our body, like there are some expansion and contraction which are involved, but as such there is no chemical reaction which takes place inside our body. So that is why it is a physical process. Now, breathing consists of it is like a two-step process, you can say. So, when I say breathing, it not only means breathing in air, it also means breathing out air. So, in plus out is like one breath. So, inhalation is and exhalation. These are the two names which are given to taking in air and giving out air. So, in. What is the meaning of in? In is inside. So inhalation is all about taking in good air. And exhalation, ex means to expel out. So it is releasing out foul air. Now, why do we say good air and foul air? Because this good air consists of oxygen, and our body is interested in the oxygen part, because each and every cell of our body, they need to oxidize food to release energy. So therefore they need oxygen. Now this air contains oxygen. So our body considers this air which we breathe in as good air. Now why is this foul air or bad air? Because this air contains a lot of carbon dioxide which is produced as a result of cellular respiration. So inside each and every cell, the process of oxidation of food or respiration takes place. As a result, carbon dioxide is produced. Now, what will we do with so much of carbon dioxide being accumulated inside our body? We do not need it. So, the carbon dioxide becomes like a waste for our body. So, all this carbon dioxide is released out with this air. So, now since this air contains lot of carbon dioxide which is waste for our body, so we consider this air as bad air. So, inhalation is all about taking in air, and exhalation is all about breathing out air. So that is inhalation and exhalation. So now let us try to understand the changes that take place during inhalation and exhalation respectively. So we will look at the changes that take place inside our body, or how this extra space gets created during inhalation. So what happens in inhalation? We breathe in air. That means some extra air is coming inside our body. So we need to provide some extra space for that extra air coming in. It is something like, let's suppose that in your family there are just 4 family members who stay in your house. Now suddenly a few guests come to your house, maybe some 10 more people come to your house. So you need to provide them some space where they can stay, where they can sleep, and that's how you have to accommodate some space inside your house. So similarly in this case, when you breathe in that extra air, that also needs to be accommodated. So let's see how do we do that. So what happens is, it is all done mainly by this diaphragm. I have mentioned about it before also, that it is present at the bottom of the thoracic cavity. In fact, presence of this diaphragm denotes that the thoracic cavity has ended here, and beyond this starts the abdominal cavity. So this diaphragm, being muscular in nature, it is capable of expansion and contraction. So during inhalation, this diaphragm contracts. Now when it contracts, so it is like a dome shaped structure. So when this contracts, what happens? It becomes somewhat like this. That is, it comes down. Right now it is like this, but then it comes down. So basically this dome shape will tend to come below. Now when the diaphragm is pulled below, what happens? Because as I said, diaphragm decides where the thoracic cavity will end. Now when I have brought the diaphragm itself down, that means the thoracic cavity has increased, the lungs have got more space. And I have mentioned before also that these lungs are elastic in nature and their base is on the diaphragm. So as the diaphragm moves down, the space inside the lungs increases. So the thoracic cavity, this entire cavity, it got expanded because the diaphragm muscles went down. So as a result, the lungs will also expand. Now when I say expand, what do I mean? So if earlier this is how the lungs were, so now it will become like this. So basically the volume inside has increased. The amount of space inside the lungs have also increased. So we say that the lungs expand, which actually means that volume inside the lungs have increased. Now what will happen if the volume inside the lungs increases? Now we know a relation between pressure and volume. So maybe in your higher classes you will learn more about it, but for now you can just know that pressure and volume, they are always inversely proportional to each other. That means if pressure increases, volume will decrease. If pressure decreases, volume will increase. So that is the relationship between pressure and volume. Now when the volume inside the lungs, which have expanded, increases, what will happen to the pressure? So the pressure will decrease. Therefore, the air pressure inside the lungs decreases. Okay. So how does that matter to us even if the air pressure decreases? So now the air pressure here is less. Inside the lungs, air pressure is less. Less than what? It is less compared to outside the lungs. So when I say outside the lungs, it could be the trachea, it could be the nostrils, it could be outside its environment. The environment in the surroundings of our body. Now, as a result, what will happen? Air will flow from region of higher pressure to region of lower pressure. So, how will the air flow? Air will flow from region of high pressure towards region of low pressure. So basically air will flow from outside towards the nostrils, and from nostrils here also the pressure will be more as compared to the lungs, so it will tend to flow towards the lungs, and that is why during inhalation air flows towards the lungs. So air basically flows from outside, so air flow from outside to lungs. So what were the changes that took place during inhalation? So the first change that had to take place was the movement of the diaphragm. So diaphragm contracts, so it moves down, thoracic cavity expands, lungs expand, volume inside the lungs increase, so pressure decreases and air flows from higher pressure to lower pressure. Therefore, air flows from outside towards lungs. So here in this picture with the animation, I will show you how exactly this expansion and contraction happens, and that is why you see you can actually feel your breathing in and breathing out. So if you touch somewhere near your chest, so you can actually feel your breath. So that is because of this contraction and expansion. So you see, when you are breathing in, it is kind of expanding, the lungs are expanding. When you are breathing out, then it is contracting. So now let us talk about exhalation. So the concept will still remain the same. It is just that the opposite way will happen in this case, because now we are going to breathe out. We are going to expel out the air which will contain more carbon dioxide, which is not needed by our body. So during exhalation, thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.